What's going on, geeks? You're listening to episode 373 of the Geeks Under Grace podcast. My name is Cody Armour. I'm here with Lj.Lowery.
Yo!
And Shelley Nollan.
Hello!
This week, we're geeking about Palworld, and yes, we are on the right episode. It's not a repeat. You're on the correct. We're still talking about Palworld. For the next year, it's just
I'm just going to say, we're probably going to talk about it next week, too. We're going to see what happens.
Throwing it out there.
And the next
Warner Bros. Movies and the bad batch of Disney Plus shows that have been coming out, which isn't totally fair. There's some good shows with Disney Plus, but
it was for the sake of the joke.
Yeah, it's a good pun. So, Disney, you did it to yourself.
It was punchy.
Let's talk about Palworld.
It's so good.
It's fun. It's just Legend Arceus, but better. Like, that's truly it. And I would say it even looks better.
Oh, definitely.
It looks really
it's
good.
Early access. Like, it doesn't look amazing, but Arceus was not. It didn't look good. So a little bit of a low bar, but it looks better than that. And it's similar. And the catching and fighting mechanics are very similar to that. That's sort of why I made that comparison. But then you add on, the survival stuff and kind of like almost like a little farming sim kind of thing, and some other options. I'm really not far into it at all. I haven't been able to play much, and I've only been playing single player. I know a lot of folks are doing multiplayer, but it's fun. It's basically exactly what I want. I've been following, a couple of us actually have been following this game for a while, and it's just. I haven't gotten any guns yet or anything. I know people always say it's Pokemon with guns.
I feel like such a hipster being like, oh yeah, we've known about this for a while. Like, like
yeah, we've mentioned it every time it's come up, and it's been on my It's been on my wish list for years. There's no way for me to prove that, but it's literally been on my Steam wish list for years.
This is a game we didn't know would actually come out, and like now it's here. Like, what?
Exactly, it's really hype.
An update for the Xbox version. Throwing that out there.
Right now?
Perfect.
I just checked.
That's good.
I'm gonna update it.
That's as of Monday.
Bye. I'm just kidding.
I was trying to figure out my hours. I don't know how to actually look at that.
There is a way to on the PC. You're on PC, right?
Yeah.
If you go to, I had to do this with Sea of Thieves the other day because I found out I have like 30 something hours into that game.
Mm-hmm.
Might be there's like a profile thing.
What's crazy is the last time I played it, I looked it up. I do know that I have at least 11 and a half hours on it, and that was day one.
Let me see.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a fun game.
View profile.
I'm not usually
18 hours. I played 18 hours of it already.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I don't even think I played that much. I played maybe 5.
Yeah, I don't remember how to do it.
I usually get really tired of survival games like Minecraft or things. Like it's really hard for me to keep going, but I feel like the one difference this game will make is that the catching and fighting's fun, because again, it's sort of like that same mechanic, and there's sort of a point to all the survival. Because I think for me, if there's no point to survive, if you're surviving just to survive, that's kind of, I don't like that. But if you're surviving kind of with a goal in mind, and this one gives you a goal, right? I mean, there's towers you need to take down, which are, similar to, like, gym leaders, probably. I assume. I haven't actually tackled one yet.
There is,
collecting all the different pals. And
I've definitely done one.
Nice, yeah. So, the fact that they do give you, like, an end goal, I think helps, at least people like me, who I can't just do farming sims, and I can't just do survival sims. There needs to be something with it, and the pals and, like, being able to collect them and like put them to work, I guess. I don't know, and fight with them and be able to ride on them and stuff. Like, I don't know, for me, that I'm going to hope that that's enough to carry me through, basically.
So I'll tell you, it feels like an Ark mod to me or something. Like somebody played Ark and is a huge fan of Ark and Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because like Ark was awesome because you had the dinosaurs you could tame and like use for battle, do so much. Even the boss system was kind of like, because there's like these big bosses you could team up and fight in Ark, which we'd never done one, but like we've been playing it, me and my friends who also played Ark, like we're loving it, and it's been super cool. There's a wanted system apparently, because you can attack the NPCs if you want. There's also other weird sketchy things you could do. So there's
Yeah.
Synth just in the chat here. He heard us talking about Palworld, and he's here. So
yeah,
somebody
he is our Discord moderator, admin.
Yeah, just
very much loves Palworld.
I had to shout him out because he just popped in here. Like, he heard the call.
Literally heard it and was at it.
But it's so good. Like, I never want to play survival games solo, but this one I'm hesitating because I want to go finish Prince of Persia and Alan Wake and other games I totally should finish. But then this, I already have the multiplayer playthrough started, and now I want to get this game on Steam and start a single player run on Steam. So I'm just like, I just want to play this all the time now. Like, but there's other things I need to play too. So I'm like heavily resisting buying the Steam version right now.
I'm thinking about it. I've been playing it on Game Pass as well, and it definitely is limited.
Yes.
There's not a lot going on, but they kind of tell you it's early access. Kind of what to expect. And I think that when you look at other survival games that have come out like this, that's been kind of a theme, and then they really grow. Like, you almost are putting investment into it when you start out playing it, because there's like Ark Survival started out real simple, and they got all these updates, and No Man's Sky obviously being a really big one, although they had a bit different of a situation. Yeah. But even it's kind of the history of survival games. You go back to Minecraft, the original, if not one of the originals.
So many updates.
Yeah, I mean, that's a totally different game than it was when it first came out. And so that kind of excites me. Of like, I'm feeling it a little bit repetitive already, in a bit of a way. But I'm really excited about like the possibilities that this could really have. And I haven't done it online yet. And I think the online part of it would be a lot of fun.
There's already 111 pals, and obviously they can add more whenever they want, you know?
Yeah, totally.
There's already 111. That's crazy. But no, that said, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a great game. I think that it's a skeleton of a great game in a lot of ways. But
for sure, yeah.
I set up this farm, and it's all self-sustaining, and I'm very proud of it. And so I usually let that play while I'm working on something else on the computer, and just kind of letting things farm out. And that's part of it too. Is I kind of game the system in that way. Not really the way you're supposed to play a game like this. You know, you're supposed to be doing.
I mean, if it lets
the game
you do
how
it,
you want,
definitely do it. Like,
yeah, I'm very much like with survival games like this. If there's a system I can put in place to like get things, so I don't have to grind, then I'm going to do that and walk away.
Yes,
and just let it happen. It does have kind of the starvation thing, so you can't just let it. You do kind of have to monitor it a little bit.
That's not too bad though. I mean, at least on casual. I'm playing on casual. I'm a filthy casual.
Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun though. It's been really cool catching all the different pals. I love all the notes. The first thing I did was go punch a chicken, or no, a sheep. I went and punched a sheep, and I had friends watching, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm pretty sure that's the point of this game is to punch sheep."
You can butcher them too eventually when you get the butcher.
Yeah, that is the one thing that like tonally almost seems off, and I know it was kind of the point of it,
right?
But like the rest of the game really isn't that gruesome, I guess. And so it's almost kind of off-putting that you can fight like the machine guns and stuff when you're like machine gunning these Pokemon. Not that I'm there yet. I have a bow. But when you're like punching the really cute ones, it feels a little weird.
I love they look so cute when they're downed, and they have like the eyes that are just like I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, but
they seem so happy to be at your farm, like your base.
Yes,
they seem stoked to be there. So
we got one of the rush boars like giving like we have a stone like I have a stone quarry in our farm now, and we get like an endless stone. There's one that's like. There's this little monkey one that's like planting seeds, while we got this little elephant one like watering the garden. Yep. Like it's just it's so cool. Like it's insane.
My setup right now is 3 chickens giving eggs, and then I've got 2 of the monkeys, the water penguin thing. So
I love the penguin. Plants. Those dudes are always helping me build.
I have
an
elk thing. I don't know any of the names of these things. Some kind of deer that's doing my tree forgery, and then I have a. Is it a Rushmore? Is that the pig?
Yeah, the Rushmore, yeah.
Yeah, I got him doing the stone, and then I've got a little fire fox thing doing my ironing knits. Yeah. But it's also sustaining. They're feeding themselves and getting everything like for me so that I can just build.
One of my favorites is this dark type named Daydream. And apparently, once you unlock this like necklace you can equip to it, he stays out. I don't know if it's like a glitch or what, but he stays out the whole time. So like he'll help you, like he'll shoot magic missiles while you shoot your bow or attack stuff. And then you can actually bring out another pal as you're using him already.
I'll have to do that. I have
So
that unlocked, but I haven't.
It's almost kind of game breaking because like apparently I saw this thing where you can, if you have like 4 of them or something, you can have like as much in your party, and then if you have, there's like an owl one that amplifies dark abilities too, so like you can totally game the system that way and just be like OP if you want. I'm not gonna do that because that sounds like not fun to me, but it's
I'm
it's
really
cool.
curious what this game will look like in a year, especially with I mean, we're gonna talk about in the news a little bit, but just how well it's doing. They've got a lot of money now, so we'll see.
I'm about to give them my money because I'm enjoying the Game Pass version so much.
I know. I'm tempted.
Yeah. Click. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we're gonna end the podcast now, so we can go play.
We're all gonna go.
What else have you been playing, LJ?
I've been playing Prince of Persia and the Lost Crown. I don't know if I had started it. I think I may have started it last week. I don't remember. But it's super good if you like Metroidvanias. If you're a Prince of Persia fan, even if you're not a Prince of Persia fan, I think this is a really solid Metroidvania, and it's not really connected to any of the past ones in any way. There's a lot of like cool callbacks and like references, I think. It's super, super good though. Combat feels great, movement feels great, all the puzzles and like moving through the stage. You definitely got like the dash ability, which is like a Metroidvania staple now. It's super, super, super fluid. It just feels like it's definitely compared to like playing Ori or Metroid Dread or something. There's even a kind of a Dread-like mechanic in there where it's like an Emmy type of creature. I don't even know if that's a spoiler, I guess, but yeah, those guys are those guys. I dread them. Yeah, so Prince of Persia is really good. It's getting, and I'm a couple hours in now, and it seems like it's still like getting like okay, like now things are getting real at the point that I'm in. So it's super good. Like I'm glad. Like I already took a hit on Backlog Golf to keep myself accountable. I could have used it as like my bonus pre-order, but I'm like, no, you know what? I bought this game. You know, I want to hold myself accountable, but I'm enjoying it. Super, super good. It does remind me a lot of this GBA port that I played of the Sands of Time, like back in the day, which is kind of cool because there's like it's a side scroller, which is obviously a callback to the original Prince of Persia, like from the old days, and I think it's super fun. It's really good, so I highly recommend it. I know it's got really good scores from other reviewers. It's good. It's one of those games where I think no matter where you play this, it's gonna feel real nice, like on the Switch or on one of the new gen consoles. Like, I think it's really solid. I would definitely wait, like, because it's only a $50 game, but it's probably gonna be $30 or $20 by the end of the year. So, I mean, if somebody is really not that excited to play it, but just is curious, I'd definitely wait for a sale because it's an Ubisoft game. They put their games on sale like 3 to 4 months after they come out. So, highly recommended though. So that's kind of it, other than Palworld and a little bit of Sea of Thieves here and there lately. But those are like the 2 biggest games I've been playing for the last week.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, from that we get into the gaming news. Then I played some D&D. That was fun, but
I have been too.
Back
to Palworld. We're just gonna keep talking about Palworld.
Yeah.
No fancy.
We're geeking out about Palworld.
No week. Fancy fun segue. Just for work. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Those are the games. Now we're gonna talk about Palworld again. But we do have some interesting stats here. They have sold 5 million copies, according to an article I just grabbed. That's awesome. And then I saw it was over Counter-Strike and had the most concurrent players at once. I don't know how long this lasted for or what. But yes, I mean, I guess it makes sense to me, like, because Counter-Strike is like super niche. But a lot of people still play that game. Like, it is like easily all on the top of Steam charts like every day. But Palworld beat it out. I think Cyberpunk, I had that at one point too, where they had more players in Counter-Strike at one point. Yeah, it's kind of wild that we're here, and the game is doing really well. And this is not even Game Pass stats, I guess, because it makes me think of like, oh, the reason why it's being talked about so much is Game Pass. Like, I know that has definitely helped more people get their hands on it.
Yes, definitely.
But to me, these numbers, like, I'm like, wow, like that's not even Game Pass.
So
like, that's
much.
not even people just playing Game Pass.
It's
That's
so
just Steam
much,
numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. Like, I'm happy for this company. Like, you made it past a cease. You didn't get cease and desist from Nintendo. It was the first victory.
Yeah.
Your game came out as a second victory, and now it's doing well. So
I really don't think it could. I think certain characters could maybe get like
if
flagged.
they were really on the nose, you know, like some of them are close. There's definitely
Some of
like
them are pretty. Yeah,
heavily
like,
Pokemon
some of them
inspired.
are enough so that I'm like, wait, that could literally just be a regional version, like a different region of this Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
but I think other like the gameplay and stuff is so different.
Exactly.
That like to say that it is Pokemon is really not fair.
Right.
Yeah, you mentioned Temtem, and there's that's closer.
That's a lot
obviously.
closer, I think. I mean, I've never played it, but I've seen it.
But they are trying to toe the line. I mean, they knew what they were doing for sure. With Pal Spheres are the name of the Pokeballs in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I still call them Pokeballs.
Yeah. A Pal Deck is your Pokedex.
Yeah, Pal Deck.
And there's a Pal Box.
Yeah, Pal Box instead of your PC.
Pal Box of PC.
Yeah.
They're very on the nose. I mean, they were doing that on purpose. But I think that in tone and everything, it almost is kind of a... it's like satirical, I think, in a lot of ways.
Yeah. So apparently, because we were talking about how like some of the like it would be weird to like shoot, shoot stuff with guns. I don't know how true this is, but my buddy said like when we were doing the boss fight, he goes, "Oh yeah, apparently if you aim for the trainer or whoever the person, the first boss fight, she rides on the back of her pal, like this giant pal, and apparently you get extra damage if you try to shoot at her."
Okay.
Like, I don't know, but it's just stuff like that. It's like, yeah, this is definitely makes it different. Like, I mean, that's not.
I noticed that the syndicates. Don't ask why I checked this, but the syndicates, if you try to catch them, they have a percentage, and will go in the Pokeballs. I don't know what happens when you catch them. I haven't done so yet.
Don't ask me how I know this. Don't ask me how I know this, but you can definitely catch them, and have them work at and guard your base.
Ooh.
Guard your base. Okay.
I mean, you could. I think you can have them with you. Yeah, because I didn't do this. I had friends that did this. Just saying. They definitely had them running around, and so another cool thing about Palworld is you can have like, you will get raided by random like enemies sometimes too, like not just players.
Yeah.
But they straight up helped defend our base when they were with us when we had them, and then. Don't ask me how I did this again, but I found out you can actually sell them. Don't ask me how I know.
But again, this isn't. I mean, yes, there's a bit of the tonal shift there, but like this is also what was advertised. So like all this like is all
just chaos,
right? It's all
war crimes and others.
Yeah. I think it takes. It's almost a commentary because there was a lot about Pokemon. Is like, it's kind of like dogfighting. And so it's not necessarily right. And so they were like, let's just go, full sail on this idea of like how terrible Pokemon training actually is.
Yeah.
And so, for better or for worse, you get kind of this this nonsense going on.
And you can literally just kill, like, get rid of. I don't want to say kill, I guess, but it's killing. You could totally get meat from the pals and actually cook them and put them in the feed basket to feed your worker pals. So
well, here's the thing. It's like it's kind of messed up. But even if you catch your pals, even when you catch pals, you like still get meat from them.
It's the circle of life.
Time. So it's kind of like it's just it's what they drop
in the Pokemon show. They're eating Taurus.
It's true.
I know. I've seen so many like arguments and theories online saying, "Well, animals must exist in the Pokemon universe because they like eat fish and stuff." And I'm like, really? I don't know about that. It's like a whole thing.
In the show, it might be the show or vice versa. There are animals that exist in either the show or one of the games.
It's just it's a choice
real short,
that they made. Very much a choice.
Anyway.
Yeah. No, it's It's definitely got some like morally questionable
It does.
stuff going on. But I've just justified everything with the pal spheres. Just make everyone your friend.
That works. Honestly, like
them, you're befriending them.
I'll say this. Like this is me admitting that like we putting content guides is something we do here at Geeks Under Grace. On all of our articles, like on our reviews. Not that this is a full release yet, but I don't really find content guides always the most fun to like write. I'll be honest, because I feel like I'm sending like an ESRB like tag on the back of a box sometimes. But honestly, this might be the most fun content guide to write for this game if we ever do see a full release.
Totally.
It's just wild. So anyway, but I'm happy for them. I'm happy for this game. Like all of a sudden, it's like, oh, hey, guess what? It's coming out and it's going to be on Game Pass. So that's exciting. Yeah.
Oh man, this game.
Mm-hmm.
This gets
yeah,
over the world.
we're gonna be talking about it next week too, probably. So yeah, we'll put a pin in that discussion, and we're gonna move on to some other things in more news, fresh out of the kitchen right here.
I don't know if we sold this game to anyone anyway. Did I?
I mean, so we did at first.
It's a lot of fun.
We did at first, and then we started getting into like the dark stuff. Yeah, that was.
It is fun, I promise.
It is. No, it is. Just.
It's a survival game with Pokemon that do jobs. It's cool.
No, it is. It is. If you don't consider the other things, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
if you don't engage, you don't have
just
to engage
play.
in any of that. Like that's another thing. Like I try to make note of in content guides is whether you actually have to engage in something or not. And there's definitely a lot of that stuff in this game you don't have to engage with if you don't want to.
I did think about that. You could be planting berries.
Mm-hmm.
You're not?
Well, I'm saying you could, so you don't actually have to eat any of the Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm saying
could catch a
what
Pokemon
what's
without injuring them.
There's a lot of like choice in the game. Like you could be you could be really mean to your pals and like make them work really hard, or you could be like friendly to them and reward them for their work.
I mean, it looked like last we saw. I think Synth is starving all his.
Yeah.
You could go relatively pacifist.
Yeah,
path
that's what I'm saying. Is like,
or at least Pokemon rules.
They kind of give you the options.
I mean, you don't even have to catch the pals if you don't want to. You could just go.
Actually, that's a good point, though. That could actually be a kind of a trigger warning. Your pals can have mental health issues like depression.
Oh, they can.
So just keep that in mind. That can, if you don't take care of it, things can happen. So
one of mine is
that is actually something to be aware of. Like that is something like about guns, bonuses. You know about. You can kill them and eat them kind of thing.
There are buffs and debuffs and behaviors.
So that's just something to definitely be aware of if that's going to be too close to home or something. So be aware.
Anyway.
Okay, we can move on.
In an attempt to leave the station again. Yeah, I was about to get the train moving, and then we went back for a second. But it's okay. I want to get on excited. I'm probably going to get on a little soapbox here about this news. It's the most freshest news I think of the day. But so the new Suicide Squad game, there's been a lot of controversy around it. Apparently the first character they're adding for like season 1, totally free by the way, is the Joker.
What?
And I'm kind of like, really? Because the Joker's never been like a Suicide Squad member, I guess. But whatever. So, I mean, I guess they put him in the movie, but in that one movie that nobody likes to talk about anymore. But I'm kind of sad. It's like you wouldn't choose. Like to me, I guess from a corporate standpoint, the Joker is the first character you put in, just like they put a dead Joker in Injustice 2. Basically, Joker's spoilers. Joker's dead at the end of Injustice, and they still found a way to put him as a fighter in Injustice 2. So I was kind of bitter about that. But they're putting Joker in this like right away. To me, it's like that's like what you would do like if you're like, okay, the game is ending, or this is our last update, down the road, maybe season 10 or whatever. That's when you put in the Joker, in my opinion, because that's gonna get people back into the game. I think that would have gotten people back into the game. But they're going with Joker first, and he does look fun to play as. He uses one of Batman's like it looks like a Batman glider, but it's like he uses it like an umbrella, I think, almost, and like it looks like you can like surf with it or like ride it. Like I don't know, Joker looks fun. I'll give him that. Like, but he's definitely using one of Batman's like umbrella things. I'm just kind of like, you could go with a bunch of other Justice League Flash villains, Batman villains. I think of like Poison Ivy. Maybe she is in the game. Maybe some of these characters are in the game. But like Mr. Freeze, like that would be a dope character to put in. There's definitely a roster there, and as somewhat of a maybe a little above average comic book fan, like I know more than probably like a casual comic book fan would. Mm-hmm. But it's just like there's a roster out there you can easily pull from of like Batman's, just everybody's. And so I'm just like, I don't know why you choose the Joker. But the positive news with this is people were worried that there was a battle pass. Mm-hmm. And they have said the battle pass is totally cosmetic. Every update in the game, every season, all that content is free. So the battle pass is only cosmetics.
Okay. Okay.
Because that was the major controversy. People were already trying to dunk on the game because they saw like a battle pass.
Yeah, I saw a battle pass. Like,
so I guess since I get to say this now, they lifted the NDA on the closed alpha test, and I had so much fun with it. One of the first parts of the game, you literally get hunted by Batman. And it feels like you're like a NPC in like an Arkham game. It's so scary.
I was gonna say that sounds super scary.
It's legit.
You're screwed.
Like, yes, and it's like and it's crazy because like you get taken out. Like each member gets taken out, and you're like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? I don't see him. Where's he at? And he's doing all these tactics that from the Arkham games, and I'm like,
oh, that's very cool.
I am so scared right now.
It's like in well, actually, that'd be a spoiler. Never mind.
For what? For what game, at least?
Well, okay. Think of it this way.
Uh-huh.
The end of Rogue One.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
It's like freaking Darth Vader coming after you, dude.
So.
It's like that. Yeah. It's kind of like that level. You're just like, I'm screwed.
Yes. Yep. Definitely. But yeah. So being on the other end of Batman's like getting hunted by, I was like, okay, this is awesome. This is how you win people over. Mm-hmm. I did see somebody on TikTok was complaining about somebody on IGN was complaining in a preview about how Flash didn't stay still long enough for them to like get a good shot on him. I'm like, that's the idea.
Well,
I'm like, that's kind of the
thing about him.
Anyway,
I'm
I'm genuinely like, I'm gonna check this out, and I'm like, I'm okay with that. So. Anyway, I'll get off my rant, but I'm gonna check out Suicide Squad. And I enjoyed Gotham Knights, so yeah. The next piece of news, we're getting. So we knew this was coming. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle was revealed by Bethesda over the Xbox Developer Showcase thing they had last week, and Machine Games is making it. The makers of Wolfenstein, which we already knew. And Indiana Jones, this game basically does look like Wolfenstein, which is I'm okay with because those games are super good. If you've never played the New Order or the New Colossus, those are super good first-person shooters in which you can stealth or go guns blazing.
Chronologically, does this take place before or after Uncharted 3?
That's funny. It's still set in the 19-something 40s, so...
okay, so prequel.
You're definitely punching Nazis still.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. It definitely doesn't look like anything new, I'll tell you that much, like especially having played those Wolfenstein games. But it definitely looks like you're going to be able to use your whip in the ways Indy does. There's definitely another good thing that the company has always been at is the options for stealth or action. Like you can literally use the whip, and if you want to enter a building or some kind of base, it's not like open world or anything. It's fairly linear, but if you want to, like, if you have a mission where you're going into some kind of base or something, you can decide how do I want to enter that. Oh, let me whip up there, climb and climb the rope or whatever. So you can kind of decide entry points and things like that, which I think that's cool. I'm excited for it. And this will be Game Pass day one for anybody curious. So, yeah, not much else to say. I mean, I think it's cool that we finally did get some gameplay of it. So I'm down for it.
I'm glad that Xbox is finally making some games.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, like PlayStation has Spider-Man. Like I'm sure there's a lot of people who only owned an Xbox that were like, oh, I really want to play that game. I mean, I guess Indiana Jones isn't much of a consolation, but here's something that Sony PlayStation people won't have because it's an exclusive. So there you go. Buy an Xbox and Game Pass if you want to play this game.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Well,
That's gaming news.
From there, we will go straight into the movie news. So I don't believe any of us have seen a movie this week.
We did not. We
Just
played
kinda
too much.
season.
I know
We played too much Palworld.
Yeah.
So, first thing is we are getting a Jurassic World 4. I think a lot of us thought there already was a 4.
Yeah, I thought.
I didn't think there was a 4. I just thought we would be doing. I thought we would be ending some kind of way. Yeah.
Well, and
Well,
here's
it did end. I mean.
right. So, and that's the thing is that what they're saying is that this is going to be a new Jurassic era, whatever that means. But my bet is that kind of just means it's going to be not actually a reboot, but it's going to be like new characters. Maybe it still takes place after, like it's going to be like another kind of Bailey soft reboot, kind of like I think the first like Chris Pratt one was.
Transformers type of thing.
Yeah, I imagine that's what they're going to do, which honestly is smart. I feel like they could do that. They don't have to like keep literally doing reboots after reboots. They can just keep the story going, but then kind of like I almost wonder if it's going to be similar to kind of what Planet of the Apes has been doing, where it's like it is just one big long continuous story, even if they have like these big time jumps. Like who knows, maybe they'll have like a time jump, or they'll like feature something else. Yeah, new characters, new things. So
you know what they need, Shelley? They need 4 different spin-offs to happen.
Oh my god!
And we'll release one every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
With different characters.
No, we good.
And then they all come together in one big movie event or something.
Yeah, they'll all come together. Yeah.
I mean, technically they did that last time.
For Jurassic Universe.
They did that last time, technically.
We've had Jurassic World, now we need Jurassic Universe. Gosh dang it, that's probably going to be the name of the movie.
You're not wrong.
Probably Jurassic
Dinosaurs
Universe.
in space.
We're going bigger. We're going badder. We're going...
Technically, didn't they, like, put them together in one spot?
I've not seen any of these movies, dude. I don't know. I have no clue.
I thought they put them...
I couldn't
They're not bad. The new one actually was pretty good.
See, I mean, I had conflicted thoughts about the new one, but I think they literally put them in one spot together. They all somehow get them back on one island again, I thought.
Well, that's good news for humanity.
Huh?
That didn't happen.
It didn't?
I don't think so.
Oh.
They made it seem like they made it seem like they were like, okay, cool, we're gathering them back up. They're drawing back to I mean,
did they get them? Maybe they did get them to migrate back.
Yes, that's what I thought.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
It was
I don't really remember them that well.
that movie had like 3 or 4 plot lines going at the same time. So it's like,
I know, it was really crazy.
Yes.
I think they did a good job with it, but apparently it's forgettable enough that I don't remember the ending at all.
I mean, I feel like they tried to wrap it up
back in a park and then just have Jurassic Park again. That would be dumb. I don't understand.
Somebody's kids are gonna sneak in. Yeah.
To quote Jurassic Park, you were so preoccupied with whether or not you could, you didn't stop to think if you should.
True.
Amen.
So anyway, yeah, another Jurassic World's coming out. We also
Preach.
have another trailer for Godzilla X Kong. Well, we have the international trailer, and so it's very similar to the trailers we've had before, but we get to see more, just a couple more things we didn't see before.
Kong being Kong.
Yeah, we get to see more Kong. We get to see his with his.
I think we got a better look
Thanos
at Scar.
Gauntlet.
Yeah. That's not Kong.
That's not Kong. Yeah.
I
wonder how the movie's gonna go. I wonder if they're gonna like team up and take down this.
I wonder if
like,
Godzilla. Yeah.
Giant.
I wonder if he's gonna need Godzilla's help.
I wonder if they're gonna team up and take down this other guy. I wonder.
I think we've been doing this too long.
I just realized, and the pink thing made me think of something way cooler. Godzilla's not like he's like Ultra Instinct Godzilla now. Like that's way cooler than or Ultra Ego Godzilla.
I saw a thing that was like everyone's talking smack about Godzilla being pink, and then it's all the pink Godzillas that have been through the past.
Yeah,
and it's like totally a normal thing.
And Godzilla actually doing like jump kicks in the old movie.
Yeah, he just fly through the air. I'm so conflicted with this movie because
Godzilla can't run.
So good.
What?
And everyone's like, "Well, can't we have both?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we can have both." And I'm probably going to see it in theaters because if you're going to watch this movie, you're not going to watch it. Like, it's not going to be good at home.
It's like having different comic book runs of a particular character or something.
Yeah.
You know?
It's you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, like, when you have Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse in theaters, but then you also have, like, some weird MCU Marvel movie going on.
And then you got the god-awful
Or you
Sony
might
movies
also
going
have
on.
the Sony movies going on, and they're all so different, but one is clearly the best.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, has the most integrity to the actual characterization of the original. You know, that doesn't matter.
I want to see this movie, and it's not because it's going to be good. Like, I don't know what it is. It's almost like going to watch fireworks.
Popcorn movies. Popcorn movies exist, and this is a popcorn movie. Okay?
It's very much like I just want to go watch.
That's fine.
Monsters fight each other, and they were like, for 8 minutes straight, you'll see monsters fight each other, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll go watch it.
Yeah, that's totally normal. It's like Transformers.
I'm also trying to look up when the 4K version of -1 is coming out because I really need to see it.
That's right. Yeah,
there's a black and white version in theaters.
I know.
Now or coming up.
It is this month. I liked the black and white version of like Logan. You know, like because they had, and then they did one for Mad Max. So like I think it's so perfect for Godzilla. Like,
yeah, I'm tempted. I really liked -1.
I never got to see it, but
it was your second favorite atom bomb movie of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, World War II movie.
That's right. Anyway, so there's that, and then we also have Mortal Kombat 2. They just finished filming, which is pretty exciting. We don't really know much about story. We don't even have a release date, I don't think. But if they're done filming, that's pretty good. We got some cast photos, so what we do know is that there's going to be a bigger cast or more characters.
I figured out the pun for geeking out. It would have been, and we're geeking out about Mortal Kombat filming. Finished it.
No.
You got Shelley in a face palm again. Oh my god.
I was really struggling to figure that out earlier. And finally got over here.
I don't know about that.
We just lost Shelley on the puns again.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right, anyways.
Mortal Kombat, there was parts that new movie I liked and parts I didn't. I'm hoping I enjoy this one a lot more since it seems like we're gonna get more into like, as far as I know, there's like recruiting gonna be going on, and so maybe we'll actually get to the tournament this movie. I hope. It's like that's what Mortal Kombat is the tournament. Yeah, the last one was kind of a mixed bag for me.
I still think the smartest move they could make is make this movie, don't care about how it does, make the DC universe, get DC universe to where we stop caring about it again, and then cross them over.
I mean, they made a video game that somehow worked that I thought was a terrible idea.
It would be, everyone would go to theaters, like, Mortal Kombat would be relevant.
Warner Brothers, come on, you own both. Let's do it.
That's what I'm saying. Genius.
I was one of the big haters of that idea when the video game came out, and I'm like, oh, I actually kind of dig this. It's an old game now. It's not really doesn't hold up that well.
Especially with James Gunn taking helm of
he would do
DC. Is like, I imagine anything James Gunn do working really well with Mortal Kombat.
Gosh, that'd be sick.
Could you imagine? What was the dude, the Australian guy in Mortal Kombat?
Kano.
Kano versus Peacemaker.
That'd be great.
It's perfect.
They would just mouth off at each other the whole time. They wouldn't even fight. They might even be
great.
They might even be friends before they even fight.
Yeah. I'm writing it for you, DC.
We need to @ James Gunn for this episode on X or Twitter.
We still haven't really gotten any kind of like pictures or anything for this though, or any trailers.
No, they just had like a celebration photo or something, right? Carl Urban did tease a pic of Johnny Cage's belt buckle that's straight out of the video game.
But it's just a belt buckle.
I know.
You need to see him. Because he doesn't look like Johnny Cage, but he acts like Johnny Cage.
See, it's funny because I can only think of him as Billy Butcher now. Even though he was in Dredd and he was just some normal dude in the Doom movie way back when. But I only think of him as Billy now, like straight up.
He's the dude from Star Trek.
Yeah, that too.
Fine. Yeah. That's our. That's the movie news.
Movie news.
Yeah, that's it.
I like Marvin. We'll get to TV then. I finished Echo.
Nice. I just started it.
You just started here on episode. You said 2, right?
Yeah, I only watched 2 episodes.
No, the show is really good. It's really interesting because it
is.
A mild spoiler here, but it takes place. A lot of it takes place in Oklahoma. That's not really that odd because she's Choctaw, and
the native stuff
Choctaw
does feel
Nation.
super weird from what I've seen so far. Like, I'm like, what are
Yeah.
they doing here? I'm sure that'll tie in eventually, or maybe something.
It'll work out. It's really cool, and I'm really. It's one of those things where it almost feels like a thin line. I'm just so curious to be in the shoes of somebody who is, not just a Caucasian, super white dude.
So,
and so like for me, it's odd to see like what to me the question would be, is this representation like really neat for people who are Native American, or do they find it really offensive because some of it is like really stereotypical?
It's funny you mentioned that because I have a friend from work, and she's from the local res, right? And so and it's funny because there was a controversy about like Avatar, like James Cameron, like not like making some comments, but she loves it. Like she's like, I don't care. Like people need to relax a little bit. Like, so I'm like, and then I did get her to watch like Reservation Dogs for a little bit, and she's like, oh, that is pretty good. Like that's accurate. So it's like I want to know what she would think about this. So like I need to see if she'll watch a couple episodes of this and be like,
I feel like
is this off base at all? Like
right, yeah. How's this? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it does feel a little weird though so far.
The ending, this isn't a spoiler at all, but the ending has in the credits has a thank you to the Choctaw Nation for their help on it.
Oh, okay.
And so that was really neat. That would be a spoiler.
Like with Prey, I need to watch that Comanche version still. Like I want to know. Like there's just a lot of cool native stuff coming out though. Like
even the Killer of the Flower Moon, that too.
Yes, yes.
Let's go.
My
representation.
favorite was the product
placement
for Choctaw Casino, because there are Choctaw casinos all over Oklahoma, like near me. Like I live right on the border.
We got one down here for the tribe over here too, and like in Southern California they got the Chumash. There's like
Yeah, the Choctaw casinos are huge. These are massive casinos, and so the product placement of that was just really funny to watch. Like they were just living there.
You're just like, oh, yep.
I'm like, I know that. And then, very meanly, there is a scene that is just, I won't even say what it is, because people would be like, that's rude, but it is just very Oklahoma, and I'll leave it at that.
But I think that's cool that, like, I mean, you're in Arkansas, but you could still pick that out of, like...
Yeah, I literally was enough. Like, I understand.
I think that's that's cool.
I'm not gonna get it.
Because, like,
I'm gonna watch it and be like, huh?
I don't know the culture
I was
there,
like
myself, so
it's
like, yeah, like, that's awesome.
But
it's gotta be worth something.
The show's really, apart from that, it is rated MA, and it's exactly what I want out of an MA show.
Nice.
It is a well-done story. There's a lot of, like, realistic action, but there's no nudity. They did a really annoying thing. The very first scene of the show is in body paint.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, why did you decide that you had to toe the line on nudity?
Because they could.
But it's so, I mean, they could have just gone with nudity.
I don't know. Twitch might have similar feelings about body paint.
It was so ridiculous. It was just like Disney just really just trying to be as edgy as possible without like losing their Disney rep, basically. It was cheesy. But other than that, there wasn't any kind of like nudity or anything in this, and I was like, this is really great that like that's what I wanted a rated MA show, is the realisticness and well-done storytelling of a rated MA show without.
I'd say Disney is definitely towing a line too, because now you can get like there's a bunch of mature Hulu shows on Disney Plus now, like and like which lends to the idea that I think those apps might become one soon. But like
I can see that.
It's kind of like wild. Like, okay, like you can watch Logan on there. Like now I saw like So they're starting to try to like, I don't know, but it's crazy to think about.
And I want to say this too, is the story was really well done, but it is not nearly as good as Daredevil or The Punisher, or I don't have to say like all of them, but it didn't replicate that. It still feels very much like a Disney Marvel show. So far.
I still don't know why we need this yet. Like, I mean, like it's cool so far from what I've seen, but it's like, I'm wondering. Hopefully, they didn't just look through comic book characters and be like, oh, here's a Native American girl who's deaf and is an amputee. Like that checks all the boxes. I don't know if she was
originally an amputee in the comics.
I'll have to look.
I could be wrong, but that's what I heard. Is that it's just the actress.
Yeah, so I mean, I'd have to look at that just to see.
Which is cool to
So I'm like, this is cool and I'm enjoying it, but are you checking all the boxes just to say you could check all the boxes, or like what?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. I'm assuming that they're setting up a new Defenders. I'm curious what the spotlight thing means and what we'll see come out of that. Because in my mind, Moon Knight should have been in that spotlight.
Yes.
Umbrella, it just hadn't existed yet.
Ooh. A season 2 in that category would be legit.
Yeah, for sure. Moon Knight, that should have.
You get Jake Lockley in there doing some damage like first episode.
But we'll have to see what they kind of continue doing with this.
Yeah.
They definitely Kingpin D'Onofrio steals every scene that he's in.
Heck yeah.
It was really interesting to watch because I have a history with Kingpin now, watching Daredevil, and so our friend that was coming over to watch it with us, she was like, she's like, he's kind of charming. She was like, it's kind of hard to like dislike him, and I was like, that is literally the point.
That's what happened. That's what happened with Vanessa.
Let's go.
Yeah. I was like, you need to watch season 3 of Daredevil because the whole thing is about how manipulative he can be.
I remember season 1 and 2 a lot more than I do 3, so I may go back and watch 3 again, just because
3 was to me a swan song for Daredevil. It was so well done.
I might go back and just start rewatching a bunch of those Netflix shows now, just because I know there's some I missed.
I thought about going back through Daredevil. Season 3 is very well written. There's a lot of moving parts, and the moving parts kind of play out in a really crazy way. So, that's what I've been watching. LJ, do you have any more to add about Echo?
No, that's it. I mean, I don't. You've watched a lot more than I have, and I've kind of put in my 2 cents. So,
cool.
Yeah.
And Shelley?
For me, we finished. Sorry, we finished season 2 of Spy Family.
Nice.
It's a pretty underwhelming couple last episodes, but I think part of me wonders. It was a good season. It's just like doesn't leave on the ending of like an intense end or anything like that, which is fine. I think it kind of makes it seem like there's supposed to be a part 1 and a part 2, just like season 1. But I don't know if that's been confirmed.
Anime seasons are always kind of weird anyway.
So
like
weird.
they don't treat seasons like we do here.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like there's not really a necessarily definitive end to the seasons when there is,
And what's hard is that, I mean, I think I mentioned it. I might have mentioned this last week, is that the manga's still going, so there's going to be so much. And, I mean, this is an anime that should definitely keep going. It has been making so much money. Like, the movie that's out in Japan now, it's going to be coming to the States. It's going to make a ton of money. So, in that way, it's successful. But it's crazy that they still haven't actually greenlit things. And, yeah, the fact that it's like, oh, season 1 had, like, basically 2 parts. And this one, there's, like, 1 part. And it makes it feel like it's setting up for a second part because of just the number of episodes. Wasn't as much. So I don't know. It's still a really good show. It's a little disheartening knowing that the manga is still going and we're not like, I don't think anywhere close to where maybe like, I don't even know if we're halfway to where the manga is just in the anime. And the fact is the manga should still be going on for years. And I'm just like, I can't keep watching this forever, gang. Like I need a conclusion to this. Like this is an anime that needs, that's the entire shtick is entire like it's setting up for this like essentially like a confrontation or like a revealing of secrets or so. It's setting up to an end. There's going to be an end. There's
you can't
an end
One Piece
goal.
this.
No, you can't One Piece this, and I was afraid they're going to try to One Piece it, and I don't know.
That
that'd be nervous.
Yeah,
it's still really good show. Definitely still worth to watch. But yeah, then we also watched another episode of Percy Jackson, which is
I need to get back to that.
Lin-Manuel Miranda. He's everywhere, man. Why is he here? It's just funny. I don't necessarily like or dislike him. He's kind of a meme at this point. So it's just kind of funny that he's like in this show. Like he's an important character in this show. Still a good show though. Yeah, I like that. I don't really have anything more to say about it though.
Nice.
Cool. All right, we will get into the TV news then. We're sticking with Disney Plus actually. A couple things going on. We have some stills from What If Season 3 already. No release date or anything, but I thought that was curious that they are releasing stuff. And we've got some...
I still need to get back to Season 2.
Season 2 is so fun.
It's
Even
really
though
good so
it doesn't
far.
understand Infinity Stones, saying it again.
I need to get... I'll get there so I can know what you're talking about.
Sam Wilson and Rambo are the first image. It looks like, I'm assuming there's Winter Soldier behind him.
I'm not sure.
Then straight up Gundams. I don't know what's happening. I want to know what the What If is for that episode.
So I saw you post something in the general chat about that, and then when I went to look at the notes later, and I was like, I saw that image, I was like, oh yes, he was totally right. That's a Gundam.
Yeah,
that's a Gundam.
Straight up.
Totally is.
I want to know. I would love so much if they were just blunt about it, and the episode was what if Marvel took place in the Gundam universe.
Dude, there's a Funko line of mech versions of all these Marvel characters, and they should just do that. Like, do the mech. Yeah,
just do that.
Wasn't there an anime where they had these Beyblade looking things? They would like key them out, and then they would turn it into the heroes.
I don't remember.
That's crazy.
I don't remember what
There's
that was called.
I mean, I know that, like, I don't know.
That's gonna bug me.
There's a lot of those. I mean, they had like Bakugan that like they threw them out and we had the creatures.
I watched Bakugan.
And then there was like.
Well, these were like Marvel specific.
So it's funny because it might have been like one of
They
those
were called
movies.
Marvel's Future Avengers.
Oh,
What?
that's funny. Is that like a movie?
It was a show.
Oh, was it one of the long lost Disney XD things?
It
So
was
it's fun. It's funny I mentioned Bakugan because I have like a Funko Pop, like one of my grandparents got me. It's like this set of like a Bakugan set, and I'm like, I literally have no idea who these characters are.
You need to, LJ, when you can, you need to look this up, and you will be surprised. Like it's straight up like literal Japanese anime style.
I mean, I wouldn't
And
be.
then-
Let's see.
They don't turn into mech suits; they turn into the heroes. I forgot. But yeah, they have these little coins, and they flip the coin, and the coin turns them into a hero.
Animated series.
Wow.
This sounds like something if I saw as a kid, I would totally like get on board.
Oh yeah,
They would
It
take my
reminded me
money.
of Beyblade for some reason.
They would take my money. Oh wow, this is anime. That's all.
Yeah, isn't it weird?
It's like Yu-Gi-Oh, but with Marvel.
Yeah.
What?
Marvel's Pokemon. Marvel's Palworld.
Stop.
That's a lot darker. You wanted to
So
just
silly.
talk about Palworld again, didn't you?
Bringing it full circle. No, so, yeah, I don't know.
Is that on
Mech
something?
Suit's really interesting. I'm kind of excited for it.
Oh,
I kind of want the art style to be different.
I think you can watch this somewhere. It's on Disney Plus.
Oh, nice. There you go. The other
Let's
one
go.
is the Winter Soldier and Russian. What was his name?
Oh,
The Captain Russia guy.
I almost said Red Baron, but that's the pizza.
It is
Red
something
Guardian.
isn't it?
Red Guardian. I think it's Red Guardian.
Red Star,
Red Guardian.
I think it was Guardian.
Red Guardian.
I don't know why I
Yeah.
said Red Star.
And so that makes sense.
I almost
of
said Red
Russia.
Baron. I'm like,
And then a still of in Ant-Man. I don't know who. Someone in the Ant-Man tag holding up the Red Baron pizza guy.
Wow. Okay.
I'm never gonna see that character the same way ever again now.
And then the stills, but it's crazy that
Is
we're
it
getting stills
pizza?
already. I feel like maybe we won't be waiting that long for season 3.
Yeah,
The other thing we got is a season 3 trailer for Bad Batch. It's going to be releasing February 21st. I can't remember her name, but I know Clone Wars people will be really excited about. Ventress is.
Oh, it's Adventurous? Nice.
Yeah, she's kind of announced at the very end of it or revealed.
She became a cooler character throughout Clone Wars.
I just never watched Clone Wars, so I have no connection to all that. But I am
She almost did a Darth Maul thing and became like an anti-hero at some point, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, she was cool though. She turned out to be instead of a lackey, she actually had a story of her own, which was cool.
So I like the show so far. I'm going to continue watching it. I've enjoyed it.
I think my stepdad, after we were watching Mandalorian, I think he used to watch Bad Batch on the sly because my mom said she would like wake up and he'd be watching like a Star Wars cartoon. I'm like, yeah, I think that's the Bad Batch.
Yeah, it's definitely got some kid moments, but it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the TV news. Are we geeking out about anything else this week?
Nope.
Oh, I wanted to mention that my very first review on the Geeks Under Grace site is up.
Oh, yes. I read it.
My Baldur's Gate 3 review is up, and it's probably the lowest score you're ever going to see in a review for Baldur's Gate 3, but it is very... I make it a point that it's specifically for the PS5 local experience, which a lot of other reviews just aren't really talking about. Most reviews are talking about like single player, maybe online multiplayer, probably on PC, you know. Probably the best experiences, best ways you could probably play the game, so I wanted to sort of highlight, because it's... For me, I would have wanted to be warned about some of the stuff that I would experience before starting the game. So this is kind of me throwing it out to other people. Like, hey, you gotta be prepared for this. It's not all amazing, but it's still really good. And I worked really hard on it, so maybe go check it out. And there might be some more reviews from me in the future. Derek really wants me to keep writing. So and it was kind of a fun time.
We're working on getting you a copy of Persona 3, so I'm hoping we get that.
Yeah, it'd be so
legit.
It'd be very, very cool. So anyway, that's what I want to throw out. Go read it, maybe, and don't hate me for giving it such a low score. But all the screenshots, all the videos are from our gameplay. So
honesty is something that I think that kind of honesty though, and stuff like that is I think what like this kind of I guess environment needs, because it's one of those things where most reviews for a lot of games are going to be like, I mean, I know you gave it a 7.2, but there's just, I feel like there's a lot of like, I feel like there's a lot of times where certain outlets aren't really honest about what they really like played, because they don't, in my opinion, the full scale doesn't get used a lot. Yeah. So it's like, I think like we can definitely use more of that honesty, and because think of how many games have like Switch ports that are not very good that don't get talked about, or
exactly, like we need to talk about this. So like a game is a game, but you can play it, have a very different experience, in different ways. So exactly,
like Palworld. Oh,
yeah,
anyway. Palworld.
That'll bring it back every time.
I had to.
Well, we'll let Palworld be the ending note.
No, but seriously though, it's go read Shelley's review. I went and read it as soon as I heard it was up. So.
We will end the podcast there then. Shelley, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at TheShellshock24.
LJ, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram under LJ the Paladin.
And you can find me at Cody Armour on Instagram. Keep gaming, keep praying, and God bless.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Geeks Under Grace podcast. We love hearing from you, so feel free to ask us questions or just comment on the show by using the hashtag GUGcast on Twitter, or by joining the GUGcast questions channel in the Geeks Under Grace Discord. If you like this episode, consider leaving a review or rating of our show on your favorite podcast app. If you want even more Geeks Under Grace, you can always go to geeksundergrace.com. We love you all so much, so thank you for listening.
It's on!